Hello, friends. Today we are going to spend one rainy Saturday inside a slow English story. This lesson is for A1 and A2 learners. The story is long, but the language will stay clear. You do not need to catch every word. Your first job is to follow the day. The day has 6 scenes. We begin at a rainy window. Then we move to breakfast and a short trip outside. After that come a quiet library, a helping task, and an evening retell. That 6-scene line is our memory path. Window, breakfast, umbrella, library, home, evening. If one sentence goes past you, return to the place in the day. Ask, where is Mia now? What is she doing now? You will also hear 3 selected sentences in each scene. First, hear each sentence inside the story. Later, Anna will model it again, and I will give you time to say it. When Anna reads a selected sentence, say it just after her. You do not need to copy every sound perfectly. Keep the meaning clear and keep moving with the scene. At the end, you will choose 5 events and tell the day in 5 short sentences. Your retell does not need every detail. 5 clear events are enough. Before the story starts, picture a window on a Saturday morning. The sky is gray, the street is wet. You have no need to hurry. Keep that picture with you. Say the 6 places with us: window, breakfast, umbrella, library, home, evening. Now listen once more, but make it a simple line. Rain at the window, warm breakfast, umbrella outside, quiet library, soup at home, evening story. Good. That line will hold the longer story together. Let us meet Mia and begin. It is 7:30 on Saturday morning. Mia is awake, but she has not opened her eyes. She hears a light sound near the bed. It is not her phone. It is not a clock. The sound comes from the window.
Tap, tap, tap. The rain sounds small from my bed.
The room is dark for morning. Gray light comes around the curtains. Mia stays under the blanket for one more moment. She listens to the rain, then to the quiet room, then to the rain again.
I thought I would go to the outdoor market today. I wanted to buy bread, flowers, and a small plant. But the rain is steady. I need a different plan.
Mia wanted the outdoor market, so she feels a little sad about the change. The feeling is small. The whole day is still open.
The market can wait. I can make a slower plan.
Rain is tapping on Mia's window. The drops touch the glass again and again. Some move slowly down the window, others join together and make a longer line. Mia sits up, her hair is untidy. One sock is on the floor. A book is open beside the bed. These small things tell us that the day has just started.
First, I want to see the street. Then I can choose what to do.
She puts her feet on the floor. It feels cool. She walks to the window and touches the curtain. For a second, she waits. She likes the quiet before the room becomes bright. First, she opens the curtains and listens. The street below is shiny and almost empty. A red car moves slowly through the rain. A person in a yellow coat walks a small dog. The dog stops under a tree, but the tree does not keep it dry.
The rain is not heavy, it is just steady. I can still go outside later.
Mia opens the window a little. Cool air enters the room. She can smell wet trees and the clean street. A bus moves in the distance. Its sound is low and soft.
Today does not need a big plan. I can do three simple things. I can make breakfast, I can return my library book, and I can cook something warm tonight.
She says the three things again in the same order: breakfast, library, warm food. The plan is smaller than the market plan, but it gives the day a clear shape. Mia finds a blue sweater on a chair. She puts it on. Then she makes the bed. She closes the book beside her pillow and places it on the desk. The room begins to feel ready for the day.
I do not have to move fast. I only need to choose the next small action.
Her next action is simple. She picks up a glass from the desk and takes it to the kitchen. The first scene now has a clear shape. We have a rainy window, a changed plan, and one step toward the kitchen. Before we shadow, answer one easy question. What changed Mia's plan? Snow, rain, or strong wind? Rain changed the plan. Now answer with a full short sentence. The rain changed Mia's plan. Here are the three selected sentences from this scene. Listen to Anna, then say each sentence once.
Rain is tapping on Mia's window.
Keep the action together. Rain is tapping. Shadow the full sentence.
She decides to make a slower plan.
This sentence connects the problem to the choice. Say it once.
First, she opens the curtains and listens.
Notice the order word first. Shadow the sentence. Now connect the three ideas in your own voice. Rain at the window. A slower plan. Curtains open. The day has begun. Mia takes her glass to the kitchen, and we follow her. The kitchen is at the end of a short hall. Mia turns on one light. The room changes at once. Outside, the sky is gray. Inside, the yellow light makes the table look warm.
The kitchen feels warm and bright. That is a good place to start.
Mia fills the kettle with water. She puts it on the counter. While the water heats, she looks around the kitchen. There are 2 apples in a bowl. There is bread in a paper bag. A clean plate waits beside the sink. She does not make a large breakfast. She chooses food that is easy to prepare. Mia makes toast and cuts an apple. The toast is crisp. The apple is green and a little sour.
I like a sour apple with warm toast. The two tastes are different, but they work well together.
The kettle turns off. Mia pours hot water into a cup with a tea bag. A little cloud rises from the cup. She carries everything to the table and sits near the window.
Breakfast is ready. Toast, apple, and tea. Nothing special, but it feels right for this morning.
She takes one bite, then looks at the rain. The street is still wet. More people are outside now. Two children share a large umbrella. A delivery rider covers a bag with a green cloth. Mia remembers her three-part plan. Breakfast is happening now. The library can come later. Warm food is for the evening. There is also time before she goes out.
I want one quiet job for the morning, not 5 jobs, just one.
She looks at a small pile of paper on the end of the table. There are old letters, a store receipt, and a picture from a friend. She has wanted to sort the pile for several days.
I can put the old paper in one place. I can keep the picture. Then the table will be clear.
She chooses one quiet job for the morning. This choice matters because it is small enough to finish. Mia does not make a long list. She finishes breakfast first. As she eats, the rain changes. For a few minutes it grows stronger. Water runs down the glass. The building across the street looks less clear. Then the rain becomes light again.
The weather is changing every few minutes. I will wait until 10, then I will check it again.
Mia places her empty plate in the sink. She washes the knife and cup. She folds the paper bag from the bread and puts it away. The kitchen is quiet again. Now she brings the paper pile to the middle of the table. She makes two groups. Keep, recycle. The old receipts go into the second group. The friend's picture goes into the first.
Here is Lena at the beach. She sent this last summer. I want to put it near my desk.
Mia carries the picture to her room. She puts it beside the book. Then she returns to the kitchen. Only 3 pieces of paper remain.
This job looked bigger before I started. Now I can see the end.
She finishes the last 3 papers. The table is clear. She wipes it with a damp cloth. The quiet job took less time than she expected. Mia does not make a general rule from this one morning. She only sees this clean table on this rainy day. At 10 o'clock, she checks the window again. The rain is light. She can return the library book and visit the small shop near home.
I need rice for the soup tonight. The shop and the library are close. I can do both in one short trip.
She places the library book and a cloth bag near the front door. Breakfast is finished. The quiet job is done. Her short trip is ready to begin. Hold one detail before we leave the kitchen. What did Mia sort? Was it paper, shoes, or cups? She sorted a pile of paper. Now say 2 events in order. Mia ate breakfast. Then she sorted the paper. Let us shadow the 3 selected sentences.
The kitchen feels warm and bright.
Hold the 2 describing words together. Warm and bright. Say the sentence.
Mia makes toast and cuts an apple.
2 actions, 1 person. Shadow the full line.
She chooses one quiet job for the morning.
Keep one quiet job clear. Say it once. Now use 3 short ideas to remember the scene. Warm kitchen. Simple breakfast. One quiet job. Mia puts the book in her bag. It is time to meet the rain outside. Mia stands by the front door. She has the library book, a cloth shopping bag, her keys, and a small blue umbrella. She checks the four things one time.
Book, bag, keys, umbrella. Good. I have what I need.
She puts on a light raincoat. The coat has deep pockets. Her phone goes into one pocket. Her keys go into the other. Then she opens the apartment door. The hall is quiet. A small square of rainy light comes through the window near the stairs. Mia walks down 2 floors. At the bottom, she can hear rain on the glass door.
The street looks brighter from here. The wet ground is holding the light.
Mia opens the building door, but she stays under the roof for a moment. She places the umbrella above her head. Mia opens her umbrella at the front door. The umbrella is dark blue. Small drops gather on the blue fabric. At first, each drop is separate. Then some drops meet and run down the side.
I like the sound above me. It is close, but I am dry under the umbrella.
She turns left toward the small shop. The street has many small areas of water now. One is wide and dark beside the curb. She walks carefully around a deep puddle. A bus passes at the same time. Its wheels send a little water toward the sidewalk, but Mia is far enough away.
That was close. I will stay away from the curb.
She moves nearer to the buildings. There is more cover there. A flower store is closed, but its front window is full of green plants. Mia stops for a few seconds to look.
The market plan can wait for another Saturday. These plants are enough for today.
At the small food shop, she closes the umbrella outside and shakes off some water. She does this away from other people. Then she enters and places the closed umbrella in a stand near the door. The shop is narrow. Rice is on a shelf near the back. Mia picks up one small bag. She also sees oranges, bread, and soup cans, but she remembers her plan.
I came for rice. I already have the other things I need.
At the counter, the shop worker puts the rice in Mia's cloth bag. Mia pays, says thank you, and returns to the door. Her umbrella is still in the stand.
One job is complete. Now I can take the book to the library.
The library is 5 minutes away. The rain is light, so Mia does not hurry. She notices how different sounds become in wet weather. Shoes make small sounds on the sidewalk. Cars make a longer sound on the road. Water falls from the edge of a roof. She passes a bus stop. 3 people stand under the cover. One person looks at a map. Another holds a paper cup. A third person closes a red umbrella as the bus arrives.
Everyone has a small rainy day task. Mine is the library.
At the next corner, the light for people walking turns green. Mia looks both ways. She crosses with 2 other people. Her umbrella moves a little in the wind, so she holds it with both hands.
The wind is stronger here. I will walk slowly.
On the other side, she sees the library sign. The building is made of light stone. Wide steps lead to the door. A long roof keeps the steps dry. Mia closes the umbrella under the roof. She looks back at the street. The shop is now out of sight, but the rice is in her bag. The library book is ready in her hand. Her short trip has carried us from the front door to the shop and then to the library. One practical errand is complete. Keep one rainy picture before we go inside. What color is Mia's umbrella? It is blue. Now name the two places in this trip, the small shop and the library. Shadow the three selected sentences from outside.
Mia opens her umbrella at the front door.
Hear the movement from inside to outside. Say the line.
Small drops gather on the blue fabric.
Picture the drops meeting on the umbrella. Shadow the sentence.
She walks carefully around a deep puddle.
Keep walks carefully together. Say the full line. We have reached the middle of the day. Before entering the library, rebuild the first three scenes. Use one short sentence for each place: the window, the kitchen, and the street.
Here is one possible answer. Rain changed Mia's plan. She ate breakfast and cleared the table. Then she walked to the library under a blue umbrella.
Your answer can be different. Keep the order clear. Morning room, warm kitchen, rainy street. Now answer three quick questions. What changed the plan? What did Mia buy? Where did she go after the shop? Rain changed the plan. She bought rice. She went to the library. The first half is connected. Let us continue inside. The library doors open without a loud sound. Warm air meets Mia as she steps inside. She closes the umbrella carefully and places it in a stand near the entrance.
My hands are a little cold. The library feels warm and still.
A return desk is on the right. Mia takes the book from her bag and walks there. A librarian scans the book and thanks her. Mia could leave now, but she has time.
I do not need to go home yet. I can stay and read while the rain continues.
The library is quiet but not empty. A parent reads with a child near the front. Two students work at a long table. An older man looks through a newspaper. No one needs complete silence, but everyone keeps their voice low. Mia walks past the shelves. She is not looking for a special book. She wants a place near a window. At the back of the room, she sees one empty chair. Mia finds a seat beside the tall window. The chair faces the street. From here, the people outside look small under their umbrellas.
This is a good place. I can watch the rain without getting wet.
She places the rice and cloth bag under the chair. She takes a small notebook from her coat pocket. The notebook has a green cover and only a few used pages.
I brought this for shopping notes, but I can use it for the day.
First, she draws a tiny umbrella at the top of the page. It is not a careful drawing. It is only a simple mark. Below it, she writes the time, 11:20. She looks through the window before she writes more. A person runs across the street with a bag above their head. A taxi stops near the corner. Water moves along the side of the road.
What can I write? I want 3 simple lines, not a long page.
She writes 3 simple lines about the rain. The first line is about the sound at the window. The second is about the blue umbrella. The third is about the quiet library.
Rain made the street shine. My umbrella kept me dry. The library had a warm light.
These are Mia's fictional notebook lines. They are a little more descriptive than our target sentences, so you only need to understand the pictures. You do not need to repeat them. Mia reads the 3 lines once, then she closes the notebook. She has saved 3 small parts of the day without writing every event.
Later, these lines can help me remember. I can add 2 more moments tonight.
She chooses a thin book from a nearby shelf. The cover shows a small house near water. We do not use the title or story. It is only an ordinary library book inside this original scene. Mia reads for a while. Sometimes she looks at the page. Sometimes she watches the street. The rain becomes lighter, then stronger, then lighter again.
I can hear the rain, but the glass makes the sound quiet.
At noon, Mia feels hungry. She checks the time. She does not have food with her, and she wants to make soup at home. She decides to stay 10 more minutes.
1 more page, then I will go.
She reads the page. When she reaches the bottom, she closes the book and returns it to the shelf. She puts the notebook back in her pocket. The rice is still under the chair. Before leaving, Mia looks at the tall window one more time. The street is clearer now. She can see the flower store window in the distance.
The rain gave me a different morning. I did less, but I noticed more.
That is Mia's view of this one fictional morning. It is not a rule for every rainy day. She simply likes the 3 moments she wrote down. Mia collects her bag and umbrella and walks to the entrance. She leaves with 3 clear pictures, a quiet room, a tall window, and 3 notebook lines. Before she leaves, place Mia in the room. Was she beside a tall window or beside the front desk? She was beside a tall window. Now remember the 3 things in her notebook: the window sound, the blue umbrella, and the quiet library. Shadow the 3 selected sentences.
The library is quiet, but not empty.
Notice the small contrast with but. Say the sentence.
Mia finds a seat beside the tall window.
Picture the place before you speak. Shadow the line.
She writes 3 simple lines about the rain.
Keep 3 simple lines clear. Say the full sentence. Put this scene into 3 short ideas. Quiet library, tall window, 3 lines. Mia opens the door. The rain is lighter now and home is not far away. Outside the library, the air feels cooler than before. The rain is now very light. Mia opens the umbrella, but she does not need to hold it close to her head.
I can see more of the sky now. The gray color is becoming lighter.
Mia walks home by a different street. This way is a little longer, but it has wide sidewalks and fewer puddles. She passes a bakery. Warm air comes through the open door.
That smells good, but I have bread at home. I also have rice for the soup.
She continues walking. Near her building, she sees a small white box on the ground beside the entrance. The box is dry because it is under the roof. Mia does not touch it yet. She reads the name on the top. It belongs to Mr. Lee, her fictional neighbor upstairs. She carries her own bag inside first.
I can tell Mr. Lee about the box after I put these wet things away.
Back home, Mia hangs the wet umbrella by the door. She places it over a small mat so the water does not move across the floor. Then she takes off her raincoat and hangs it beside the umbrella. The apartment feels different after the quiet library. The clock sounds louder. The refrigerator makes a low sound. Mia puts the rice in a kitchen container.
I am hungry now. Soup first, then I can call Mr. Lee.
She opens the refrigerator. There are carrots, half an onion, and a container of cooked beans. She puts a pot on the stove and adds a little oil. Mia cuts the onion and one carrot. The pieces do not need to look perfect. She places them in the pot and moves them with a wooden spoon.
The kitchen is warm again. This morning it was toast and tea. Now it is soup.
She adds water, beans, and a small amount of rice. Then she covers the pot. The soup needs time, so Mia cleans the cutting board. She warms some soup and calls her neighbor. Mr. Lee answers after a few rings. Mia tells him that a white box is waiting under the roof by the entrance.
Hello, Mr. Lee. There is a small box for you downstairs. It is dry and safe by the door.
Mr. Lee thanks her. He says the box contains kitchen cups. He asks if Mia can help him carry it because one of his hands is sore today. This is a detail inside the fictional story, not medical advice or a general claim.
Yes, I can help. The soup is cooking slowly. I will meet you downstairs in 5 minutes.
Mia turns the stove to a lower heat. She checks that the pot is safe. Then she puts on dry shoes and walks downstairs. Mr. Lee is waiting near the entrance. He is an older neighbor with a green sweater. The box is not very large, but it is easier for two people to hold.
I can take this side. We can move one step at a time.
Together, they carry a small box upstairs. Mr. Lee holds one end. Mia holds the other. They move slowly and keep the box level. On the second floor, they stop for one moment. Mia checks her hands. Mr. Lee checks the box. Everything is fine, so they continue to the third floor.
We are almost there. One more short set of stairs.
At Mr. Lee's door, they put the box on a small table. He thanks Mia again. He does not open the box yet. Mia does not stay for a long visit because her soup is cooking.
You are welcome. I need to check my soup, but I am glad the box is inside.
Mia returns to her apartment. The soup is making small sounds in the pot. She lifts the cover carefully. The carrots are soft and the rice is ready.
It smells good. I will add a little salt and turn off the heat.
She fills one bowl and sits at the kitchen table. Rain still touches the window, but the drops are far apart now. Mia eats slowly. After lunch, she washes the bowl and pot. She finds the picture from her friend near the desk and places it in a simple frame. Then she writes a fourth line in her notebook.
A small box moved upstairs in the rain.
Again, this is a picture in Mia's fictional notebook. You only need the event she helped carry a box. That event can become one sentence in the final retell. The story now has 3 new home pictures. We have a wet umbrella by the door, warm soup, and a small task shared with a neighbor. Check the order. Did Mia help with the box before or after she started the soup? She started the soup first, then she helped with the box. Now say the 2 actions in that order. Shadow the 3 selected sentences.
Back home, Mia hangs the wet umbrella by the door.
Let back home open the new scene. Say the full line.
She warms some soup and calls her neighbor.
2 home actions connect here. Shadow the sentence.
Together, they carry a small box upstairs.
Begin with together. Say the sentence once. Rebuild the scene with 3 objects: umbrella, soup, box. Add 1 action to each object.
The afternoon is moving toward evening. The rain is almost finished.
It is now late afternoon. Mia stands by the window again. This is the same window from the first scene, but the light has changed. The rain becomes softer before sunset. Only a few drops touch the glass. The clouds are opening in the west. A pale line of light appears above the buildings.
I can see the end of the rain. The street is still wet, but the sky is changing.
Mia opens the window a little. The air is cool. Somewhere below, a bicycle bell rings. A door closes. Water continues to fall from one roof, even though the rain is nearly over. Mia notices 5 moments from her day. She does not try to remember every action. She chooses 5 moments that carry the whole story from morning to evening.
First, the rain changed my market plan. Second, I made breakfast and cleared the table. Third, I walked to the library. Fourth, I helped Mr. Lee with a box. Fifth, I watched the rain end.
Those 5 moments are simple, but they have a clear order. They include the beginning, the middle, and the end. Mia can now tell the story in 5 short sentences.
Rain changed my plan. I had a warm breakfast. I walked to the library with my blue umbrella. I helped my neighbor carry a box. In the evening, the rain became soft.
Listen to what Mia did. She did not copy the full day. She chose one event from each important part. Her 5 sentences are shorter than the story, but the order is easy to follow. Now Mia adds the 5th and last line to her notebook. She writes about the evening sky.
A pale light appeared behind the clouds.
You do not need that descriptive line for your retell. It is only part of Mia's notebook. Your practice uses the 18 selected sentences and 5 clear events. Mia closes the notebook. She puts it beside the framed picture on her desk. The room is darker now, so she turns on a lamp.
I planned to buy flowers today, but I brought home a different kind of day.
This is Mia's personal thought inside the fictional story. She did not get the market day she expected. She still had a complete day with food, a short trip, a quiet place, and one helpful action. She prepares a simple evening meal from the soup that remains. She adds a piece of bread and a glass of water. Then she sits at the table without looking at her phone.
I want to hear the room for 1 minute. The day started with the sound of rain. Now the building is quiet.
After eating, Mia checks the umbrella by the door. It is still wet, so she leaves it open a little over the mat. She folds the raincoat over a chair to help it dry. Then she sends a short message to her friend Lena. She does not tell the whole story. She sends one picture of the wet street and one sentence about the library.
I spent part of the rainy day beside a tall library window.
She places the phone on the desk. The story is not about the phone or the message. The important line is still the 6 places: window, breakfast, umbrella, library, home, evening. Before we do the final practice, let us check the second half. At the library, Mia wrote 3 lines. At home, she made soup and helped with a box. In the evening, she chose 5 moments. Say those 3 events in your own short sentences.
One possible answer is this: Mia wrote in the library. She helped her neighbor at home. Then she made a 5-event story.
Your words do not need to match Anna's words. Keep the meaning and order. Now shadow the final 3 selected sentences.
The rain becomes softer before sunset.
Hear the change from rain to quiet. Say the sentence.
Maya notices 5 moments from her day.
Keep 5 moments clear. Shadow the line.
She tells the story in 5 short sentences.
This is the action you will do next. Say the full sentence. We have now heard and shadowed all 18 selected sentences. Do not test yourself on all of them at once. Use the 6 places to find them again. Scene 1 was the window. The 3 ideas were rain tapping, a slower plan, and opening the curtains.
Rain is tapping on Mia's window. She decides to make a slower plan. First, she opens the curtains and listens.
Scene 2 was breakfast. The 3 ideas were a warm kitchen, toast and apple, and one quiet job.
The kitchen feels warm and bright. Mia makes toast and cuts an apple. She chooses one quiet job for the morning.
Scene 3 was the trip. The 3 ideas were opening the umbrella, drops on the fabric, and walking around a puddle.
Mia opens her umbrella at the front door. Small drops gather on the blue fabric. She walks carefully around a deep puddle.
Scene 4 was the library. The three ideas were a quiet room, a tall window, and three notebook lines.
The library is quiet, but not empty. Mia finds a seat beside the tall window. She writes three simple lines about the rain.
Scene 5 was home. The three ideas were the wet umbrella, soup, and a call, and carrying a box together.
Back home, Mia hangs the wet umbrella by the door. She warms some soup and calls her neighbor. Together, they carry a small box upstairs.
Scene 6 was evening. The three ideas were softer rain, 5 moments, and 5 short sentences.
The rain becomes softer before sunset. Mia notices 5 moments from her day. She tells the story in 5 short sentences.
That was a listening review, not your final shadowing turn. Now choose one scene that you remember clearly. Say its three selected sentences, or say the three ideas in your own words. Good. Your last practice is the 5-event retell. You can use these 5 starters if you need them. First, then, after that, later, in the evening. I will guide one event at a time. Make each answer one short sentence. Event 1. What changed Mia's plan in the morning? Event 2. What did she do before going outside? Event 3. Where did she go with the blue umbrella? Event 4. How did she help her neighbor? Event 5. What changed before sunset?
Here is one model only after your turn. Rain changed Mia's plan. Then she ate breakfast and cleared the table. After that, she walked to the library. Later, she helped carry a box upstairs. In the evening, the rain became softer.
Now tell the full 5-event retell without my questions. Use your own 5 short sentences. If one event is missing, keep going and return to it at the end. You have completed the main action when your recording has 5 events in a clear order. The sentences can be simple. The goal is not to repeat every detail from the hour. For today's daily practice, use one clear trigger. After your next meal, play one scene again. Shadow its 3 selected sentences once. Then record your 5-event retell one more time. Mark the scene you used, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. That number is your completion record for today. If the full retell feels heavy, keep the same 5 events and make each sentence shorter. Clear order matters more than extra detail in this round. Let us close with the 6-place memory line one last time. Rain at the window, warm breakfast, umbrella outside, quiet library, soup at home, evening story.
My rainy Saturday is complete. I can tell it in 5 short sentences.
Thank you for listening and practicing with us, friends. Keep one scene, 3 selected sentences, and 5 events for your next short practice.